Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be going over what I would do if I had to start back from ground zero with nothing and how I would build my physique from there. The first thing I would focus on would be my training. I would get a good training plan and I would stick to it. That was the biggest problem that I had when I first started, was staying consistent and sticking to a plan, right? I didn't really have a plan. I just kind of went to the gym and was like, alright, what did I have and I trained this week, and I would train what I haven't trained, right? Which is kind of still what I do, but no, I would find a plan that works for you. Maybe it's an Arnold split, maybe it's push-pull legs, right? Whatever works best for you, I want you to stick to that. Recently, I've been doing the bro split, so I've been doing chest and shoulders on one day, back on another, arms and shoulders on another day, and legs. And then I've added another day, I've added a fifth day, and that's when I'll do whatever's lacking the most, and for me, it's my back. So I've been training back on the fifth day, and then I'll take 2 days rest. But anyway, like I was saying, in the beginning, I had a hard time staying consistent. So I didn't track any of my exercises. I didn't keep track of what day I was on or whatever. I would just go to the gym and I would work out, which when you first start, that's all right. At least you're doing something, but definitely get on a plan, make a program for yourself, write down a split, so you can stick to it and you can actually make progress. If you fix that one mistake that I did, I guarantee you will have much better results a lot quicker. Alright, so the next part that I'm going to be talking about is my diet. Alright, so I pretty much just eat whatever my mom makes. So whether you're bulking or you're cutting or even maintaining, right, you should track your calories. You should know how much you're eating, right? It's okay to maybe have a couple of cheat meals a month, right? Or cheat days, right? But you want to know in general what you're eating and how many calories you're consuming throughout the day. This is something that I didn't really care too much for, right? At the beginning, I was like, okay, this might be fun, track calories, whatever. It lasted like 3 days, and then I was done with it. And so instead of tracking every calorie, everything that I ate, I learned what foods that I ate the most and how much protein, how many carbs, how much fat they had in it, and about how many calories that food had. So then when I went to eat it, I kind of had a really good estimate in my head. Okay, I can eat this and I know how this will affect my body, right? So in general, make sure you know how many calories you're eating, and then also make sure you're eating enough protein, right? Get anywhere from 0.6 to even up to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight you are. Lastly, this is a pretty quick video. Lastly, you got to stay consistent with your habits, right? So whether it's your diet or it's your training, you want to stay consistent, right? So if you have a plan, right, stay on that plan. That's how you'll progress. And if you have a diet plan, it's the same thing. You got to stick to it. You gotta be consistent, right? Because if you're eating this, then you're eating that, you're not gonna know everything that you're eating, so it might be a little bit more difficult to track. So you'll waver away from your goals, I guess. In the beginning, when I first started training, it was really hard to stay consistent. So maybe I'd work out 5 days a week, then I'd work out 3 days a week, and then 6, and then 2. And that was probably the reason why I didn't make a whole lot of progress right in the beginning. I mean, you won't see a whole lot of difference anyway from the start. But I do think that if you were to stick to a consistent plan, maybe 4 days a week, maybe 5 days a week, maybe even just 3 days a week, but you stayed consistent and you pushed yourself all of those days, then you'll definitely see results. All right, the last thing that I want to go over is why I picked the bro split out of all of them. Right, there's a lot of programs out there. There's the Arnold split, which is really popular. There's push-pull legs, which is probably the most common that you'll see. And that one's actually, push-pull legs, or PPL, is probably the best beginner one. You train 6 days a week. So if you really are excited to get in the gym, you want to train a lot, you can do that. I personally do the bro split, like I mentioned before, which is chest and shoulders, back, arms, and legs. And then so it's 4 days a week. And the reason I picked that is because I'm only training each muscle group once per week, which allows me to train extra hard on that day, and then I can take the rest of the week off from that muscle group. So I only have to train legs once a week, which is nice. And then if maybe I want to throw maybe like shoulders or traps or forearms in there as well. But that's pretty much the reason why I picked that. I don't have to travel to the gym every single day, which is nice. And yeah. Alright, if you like this video, if it helped in any way, please consider subscribing. It would help me grow. It would help push this videos to others who could see it, so it could help spread more advice out there. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.